anyone can hear me, please send me thumbs up. Being a new mom is undoubtedly a beautiful phase of one's life, and as it says that it is so beautiful phase, but it comes with its own, lot of stress. So while worrying about the uncertainty of feeding your baby or having sleepless, crying filled nights are very common for most of the women who, and because of this, they face postpartum anxiety today. It is a mood disorder characterized by intense and irritational fears, increased heart rate, palpitation, irritability, the difficulty in sleeping, and which affects the daily function. So today I am Charmi Gala, head of pregnancy vertical, is going to share how we can manage postpartum anxiety. So let's begin. Unlike postpartum depression, which has been one of the headlines for many years, postpartum anxiety is another condition that affects the mother's behavior after delivering the baby, or I can say after pregnancy is over. So, what exactly happens in postpartum anxiety? So, sudden stress which quickly builds up in mothers, especially if she is having lack of sleep, or she is not able to take care of herself and the baby, which brings lot of stress. So, under such circumstances, there are there will be different symptoms of postpartum anxiety which mothers will face. So whatever circumstances you can take, whether it is first time mother or it is third, a mother is delivering her baby for the third time, the situation can be overwhelming. And I believe everyone do agree that after having baby and adjusting with the newborn as well as with the environment for the mother as well as for the baby is most of the time overwhelming. And some mother become very exclusively concerned about the challenges being mom, and then they are diagnosed with postpartum anxiety. So let's understand what is exactly postpartum anxiety. Postpartum anxiety is a mood disorder that arises in a woman after giving the birth. After giving a birth, women start experiencing difficulty in sleep, overwhelming panic. There are so many anxious thoughts about her baby, about herself in early weeks, and these eventually worries either go away, as she gets more familiar with her newborn and how to take care of the newborn. Postpartum depression feels like functioning, continuously for 5 hours but having very low energy, or it's hard to concentrate, or to focus on the work which you usually love to do. So that's all because of the hormones which trigger the roller coaster of negative hormones, where there is a feeling of guilt, feeling of helplessness, self blame, not able to take care, low esteem. So this is postpartum depression. But postpartum anxiety is not able to focus or move on with particular work at times. So, and this become more stressing and persistent. Mother is focused to control that particular situation and focus and finish that particular work. So let's understand what are the symptoms of postpartum anxiety. The postpartum anxiety has different symptoms. It actually affects emotional, mental, and physical effects. So having a family history of anxiety, mothers are more prone, but lot of worries, which are experienced physically and unable to relax, and then having a panic attacks are more common. So main symptoms which you can look forward is unwanted thoughts, like what can happen to myself and my baby. All those are unrealistic thoughts, fearing about certain things. What if my baby is underfed? What if my baby is overfed? Why my baby is not sleeping? Why last night he made me or she made me awake? What is she well? Is she not well? So these are unwanted thoughts. So which may lead to a lot of fear. Then lot of fatigue. Maybe because of the lack of sleep, mother is not able to get good rest, and fatigue sets in with unwanted thoughts. Also, when your mind is thinking about so many stuff, the fatigue do set in. So this can be the second reason. Then there is sudden change in the heartbeat. Like the heartbeats have gone up, heart palpitations have gone up. There is shortness of breath, feeling like choking, exclusively sweating, nausea, vomiting, trembling, and for one particular object you're very obsessive for. It you can take, it can be for a baby also. You want certain things to be followed in certain particular way, and suppose if that is not been taken place, then you are going to face panic attack, or you are not comfortable, you are not relaxed, because the way you want the care for the baby is done in little different ways, and that is also not acceptable. So these are the few different symptoms of postpartum anxiety. Now, how do we overcome this? Now, this is very important, and we really need to practically learn why this is so important, so that baby can be happy, mother can be happy, they can have a great bonding. So let's understand one by one. So attend the therapy sessions. The time where you feel that you're not able to relax and there is a panic attack, you may need therapy sessions. Now, this therapy sessions can be from the proper counselor. So it's not necessary that you need to go and visit your counselor, but yes, you can connect over the phone, connect over the Zoom, connect over online, and tell your situation, tell your symptoms, that what you exactly feel and what this feeling is all about. So in short, I will say there should be a person or a friend where you can at least tell your feelings, where you are not judged, or take a proper counseling help, listen to them, what they say, what kind of therapy they say for yourself as per your concerns, and follow those therapy sessions. Most important over here is therapy sessions if taken with the husband, a better half, it is really going to be helpful. So that is one of the things. Second important thing is make contact with others, like cuddling the baby. Cuddling the baby, it basically helps to release lot of oxytocin hormone, which I can say it is a love hormone that puts you in good mood, and that actually helps to lower down your anxiety levels. Now, sleep becomes another important factor which really helps you to take care of your anxiety. Now, I do understand there is a newborn. The sleep cycle for the newborn is not set. The newborn is making you awake for the longer time. But the time the newborn sleeps, try that you also rest at that particular time. When sleep is there, body is going to lessen the anxiety triggers. So whenever you get time to rest, to take a power nap also, try and focus that. This is really going to be helpful. Apart from this, other ways where you can look forward for taking help for um, postpartum anxieties, making contacts of the mothers who have just delivered, or of your same age group of the babies. Now this is really very important. Making contact, talking to them. You may find few remedies which have helped their babies. You may find few, you can share your I can say your problems, and you can understand what is their perspective. So having contact with each other, making a group, sharing things really help. So this is very important. And suppose if you're not able to do all these things, you are suppressing your emotions, and accordingly, then I will say write down as much as you can. Write your journals, write your thoughts, so that you know that you are undergoing this kind of panic attack, this kind of unwanted thoughts which is triggering you. So it's absolutely okay. Writing down, talking to yourself is definitely going to help you. So there are 4 to 5 things which you need to take care. First thing is talking it out. Go to counselor, attend the therapy sessions, make group of your own baby age, where there are a lot of mothers connected to you. You can definitely talk about your problems, listen about their problems, so you feel that you are not the alone mother who is undergoing all this problems, or who is facing lack of sleep, who is facing same kind of issue, like the take care of the baby the way you want, the way your perspective is. So focusing on that. Be expressive as much as you can. Cuddle your baby a lot. Very important. Releasing of oxytocin hormone, which is a love hormone, is going to really be helpful to bring down your anxiety triggers. Partners, make sure the environment is very happy. Wherever the mother needs it, you are always there, or your environment is such that she gets everything whatever she needs. So make sure that her environment is very peaceful, very happy, very helpful, and also people around her is ready, patiently listening to her, whatever she is feeling or whatever she is trying to say. That is going to help mothers to calm down this anxiety triggers. So these are the few particular ways. And yes, most important is sleep. So I do understand sleep sometimes becomes very challenging because of the newborn, but always remember, newborn is going to sleep for many hours, maybe a couple of hours together. So in that couple of hours also, if you get few minutes to few hours to sleep, that is also going to be helpful to recover from this anxiety triggers. So make sure that you focus on the sleep too, as per your baby schedule. So that's very important. In case if you have any questions, please put it up. I will try and reply as much as I can. So there is a question: how do I make or how do I come to know about the moms group? It's you need to see in your locality, or you can definitely see a lot of social media community groups of mothers. You can definitely check there. If you know that a few of your relatives have delivered, say 6 months back or 1 year back, you can start talking to them. If you know your friends have delivered, you can start talking to them. That is also very helpful. Okay, the next question is, so one of the feeling which you feel that your feed is very less for the baby is still hungry. If that is the case, what my suggestion is, you need to check with your healthcare provider. Specifically, the main important role which is played over here is lactating consultant. So you need to check, understand how you can express your milk, how you can store your milk, which apart from the time when you feel that after breastfeeding also the baby is still crying, and the baby cries specifically for the hunger, then what are the other ways to feed your own milk? So try to learn how to store your milk, and how you can refeed that to your kid. Then next question. Okay, the question is very interesting. Say, how do we stay away from unwanted thoughts? So, guys, over here, unwanted thoughts is going to be there because there are a lot of hormonal changes happening, and there are few triggers for the anxiety, right? So, those thoughts, what you need to do is, first you need to acknowledge, yes, you're getting these thoughts. Talk about these thoughts to your family members, your better half, or and with that, whatever the solution comes up, like if the thoughts are very dangerous or something like that, you would definitely need a therapy session from the therapist, so that you know that how to deal with it. Suppose thoughts are very where there is a little fear, oh, what if your baby feels very hungry, do you need to give formula milk? And where you just you are a mother who just don't want to give any formula milk, then what are the other ways? So this is, when you talk it out, you will understand what are the other ways to store your milk, what are other ways to feed your baby, what are other ways to check whether baby is really hungry or baby is crying for something else. One of the One of the example which I want to share is I had a mother who was very stressful about after the baby after feeding the baby is always crying, always little upset. But when we figured out the baby literally need to burp, and that burp should come after actual burp should come after 15 to 20 minutes. But after feeding the baby, if mother keeps for 5 to 7 minutes, baby burp it, and mother feels that everything is sorted. But that baby need little more time to be stayed upright position for the proper burps to come up, and that was the anxiety trigger for her. So very smallest thing, but you need to actually understand where the root causes and then work accordingly. It really helps. So there's a question: as a newborn mother, the sleep is always deprived. I feel fatigued through the day. Does it lead to anxiety? Yes, definitely leads to anxiety. Because see, if your body is well rested, the anxiety triggers are going to be less. Okay, but now, as you know that you're getting familiar to your newborn, the schedule is different. The newborn is, that there are nights which is filled with cries by the newborns, right? So that can affect your sleep. So what my suggestion over here is, as soon as your baby sleeps, try to get at that time also your sleep pattern, or you sleep at that particular time. So at least you're you're giving your body certain time to rest well, where this panic attacks can be less. Yes. So you can definitely focus on those perspective. In case if you have still more question, you can put it on the comment section. I will try to reply as much as I can. Take care.